time and celebrate the life she had lived. Thank you all, our friends and family who traveled far to say their last goodbye to Ma. It's such an honor and privilege for me to stand here before you today and lead the leave of taking of our mother, Lolita Tavera Reyes. Ma was born in Binalonan, Pangasinan to Bernardo and Consolacion Tavera. They moved to Baguio City shortly afterwards. Lolo Baldo worked in an ice plant and Lola Conching was a housewife. Ma, being the eldest of the 9 children, was trained early to become responsible and hardworking. Auntie Poring and the 7 boys that came after her were disciplined by Ma, like their own mother. I'm pretty sure this was where Ma developed her strict role as a disciplinarian, while she maintained a loving and caring personality. Ma studied pre-med in the University of the Philippines, and she graduated from UST with the class of 1956. She did her internal medicine training in Toledo, Ohio, and Detroit, Michigan. Ma met Dad through our beloved Lola Paz from Baguio City. During their courtship, Dad would fly to Baguio from Manila on weekends to visit Ma, where she had a clinic on Session Road. Dad let it slip recently that in between seeing patients, they were able to discreetly cuddle and smooch in Ma's clinic. Ma and Dad got married in 1965. They were blessed with 48 years of marriage, 4 children and 5 grandkids. While growing up in Manila, after going to Sunday church, my dad and my siblings were so used to go directly to the hospital so Ma can round on her patients. While we waited, we all went to the grocery store at the nearby Sunshine Market. I remember one particular incident when I was about 8 years old. We were in Lourdes Church. An elderly man suddenly passed out right in front of our eyes. Ma was there ready, and she calmly helped this poor guy. And she patiently brought him back to consciousness. I was very terrified, yet I was so amazed by Ma's courage, calmness, and desire to help out. From then on, I made up my mind to become a doctor like her. In 1980, Ma was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 47. The prognosis back then in the 80s for breast cancer was very poor. But she had such will to survive that she had surgery 2 days after she found out about the diagnosis. She had also increased the dosage of the chemotherapy for better chance of survival. She taught all of us kids to pray nightly after dinner to the Holy Infant Jesus and the Saint Peregrine. I remember Dad went to hear early morning mass every Wednesday at Baclaran Church. The combined chemo, the will to live, and probably divine intervention all combined let her survive 33 years more. We are grateful for this and will always consider it a blessing. In 1987, when Ma was age 54, our family migrated to the United States. While most people are thinking of retirement at age 54, Ma was starting over as a primary care doctor. She practiced for the next 26 years in Los Angeles, El Monte, and San Bernardino. She was actually seeing patients up to February of this year. This goes to show how dedicated, hardworking, and caring our mom was. Somebody had mentioned in the past that Ma had Lolita care long before Obamacare. She was always ready for consults and advice to friends, relatives, and friends of relatives. She even did house calls if needed. She worked a grand total of 55 years as a doctor. She did this very well, and she loved caring for people. She also did this while raising us kids to become simple, loving, and compassionate children. She made sure we all worked hard and strived to do our best in all things. She always reminded us to stay humble and grounded no matter what. We are all very proud and honored to have had her as our mom. Until we meet again, Ma. Your loving presence will remain forever in our hearts. There is great joy and consolation that you are now celebrating with our Lord and our other loved ones and are watching us from up in heaven. Thank you. Oh, and if Ma was the strongest person I know, Katrina, my sister, is the second strongest person.